Tonight, we report on a suspect arrested in the murder of a Moses Lake teenager in Spokane, and the annual powwow returns to Soap Lake. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Well, Amber, the Wenatchee Apple Sox wrap up their non-league schedule, and the Mariners' offensive woes continue to plague the team. Let's take a quick look at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone, I'm Cristina Sanchez. Today we broke our record high temperatures by over 10 degrees. I'll let you know when we'll have a decrease in temperatures just ahead with your extended forecast.
I'm Amber Jinks, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
A suspect in the murder of a Moses Lake teenager in Spokane was arrested Thursday night. Jeremiah Smith, a 25-year-old man, was booked into Spokane County Jail for murder in the first degree, robbery in the first degree, and unlawful possession of a firearm. He is accused of the shooting of a 17-year-old Cesar Medina inside a Spokane business, according to Spokane police. On May 26, police responded to Northwest Accessories on North Monroe Street after witnesses say 2 armed men were attempting to rob the business, according to KXLY News. When police arrived, they stopped a car leaving the business, and Medina was found inside the car with the gunshot wounds, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Spokane police are still investigating and plan to execute a search warrant at the home where Smith was arrested. Dozens of people marched through Moses Lake on Sunday, calling for an end to violence and supporting families who have lost a loved one. Reporter Devin Higgins has a story.
Sunday was one of the hottest days of the year, but it didn't stop a group of Grand County residents from taking to the streets of Moses Lake to call for an end to violence. The Stop the Violence Now march follows the death of 22-year-old Moses Lake resident Jose Pichardo on October 31, 2014, and the death of 17-year-old Cesar Medina of Moses Lake just 2 weeks ago in Spokane. Pichardo's widow, Margarita Pichardo, said she was grateful for the community coming out to support the cause.
It's amazing. We had so much people than I thought we would have. A lot of families came out to support. Of course, errands came out to support. A lot of businesses came out to support. I've had a question that people came to ask me. Are you doing it for your husband? And I'm like, part of it, yes. I am doing it for my husband too, but I'm also doing it for all the other families. There's not just one person that's been affected by violence and stuff like that. And so that's why I did this and created this and put everything together. And we had a lot of people, and it just shows that we have a lot of people to support, and especially for my kids. They're young, they don't know what's going on. To set that foundation for them right now, I think it's amazing. They need that.
In the 8 months since her husband's death, Margarita said the impact of his loss is something she feels every day.
It's been hard, to get married to him and then not to have him anymore, to wake up without him, to do things without him with my kids. It's affected me, and people don't know that. People don't know that that was somebody's son, somebody's husband, brother, the father, my kids. He was not there to be with my son, or one of our youngest son. His birthday's coming up, his first birthday, and he's not here for that. My daughter just turned 6, and my son will turn 4. That's important to them, and it's just affected me a lot. What I'm hoping is that people will start opening up their eyes and open up their heart if they don't know yet or anything. I want them to lock arms with us. There's different businesses that locked arms with us. This is enough. That's one of the things that we were shouting. It's enough. It's enough. What other people I don't want people to go through this. If we could stop it before it happens, then that saves one more person. This city is not safe.
In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFiber One News.
Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grand County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said... Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh-baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of these many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Hello everybody, good to be with you. I'm Ceci Gutierrez with your local weather report from the One News Weather Center. And it is brought to you by iFiber1's Inside Look. Watch it today on iFiber1.com. We begin with a quick look at your headlines across the area. We continue with this dry and hot air mass across the region. Showers are very light, do linger across the Idaho Panhandle. But overall for us, we are quite dry along the basin. Summer-like weather is expected to continue during the next few days, and we are expecting similar conditions even through next week. Here's a quick look during the past 24 hours across Ephrata. Temperatures topped out around 88 this afternoon, the low 63, and the sunset this evening 8:50. And across Moses Lake, temperatures maxing out 88, the low 51, and the sunset at around 8:49 this evening. Here's a quick look at the conditions right outside your door. Dry conditions, beautiful weather, temperatures around the upper 80s. We are experiencing this very hot air mass and keeping our temperatures approximately 10 to 20 degrees above average along much of the northwest, and obviously we are not the exception. The wind out of the north at around 10 miles per hour. Here we notice this precipitation and these lingering showers along inland northwest, drying up overnight tonight along the Idaho Panhandle and some cloud cover to our north and along southeastern portions of Oregon. Now, as we take a quick look for the next few days, drying up even more, skies clearing up considerably throughout this weekend, much anticipated weekend. Some scattered showers expected to redevelop once again as we head into the evening hours along southern portions of Idaho and much of inland northwest. Here's a quick look at the conditions as we begin this weekend across the entire region. Partly to mostly sunny skies, as well as to our east, Monterey, with readings in the upper 80s, Tri-Cities lower 90s, and sunny skies. Taking a closer look across the basin, we're expecting a similar scenario. Beautiful weather with mostly sunny skies, very hot temperatures in the mid-90s. Wilson Creek expected to top out around 94. Here's a quick look at your extended forecast. Triple-digit temperatures cannot be ruled out as we head into Sunday, Monday. Now, for the rest of the extended forecast, the summer-like temperatures expected to hang in there. We'll see a drop in these readings somewhat, but still will continue with above-average temperatures even into Thursday and Friday. Good to be with everybody. Remember, this segment brought to you by iFiber1's Inside Look. Watch it today, iFiber1.com. Now to sports.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Chris Archer allowed one unearned run and fanned 11 over 7 innings, and the Rays beat the Mariners 3-1 Sunday. Seattle avoided the shutout on a 2-out RBI single to left by Brad Miller in the home half of the 7th. It's the 8th loss in the past 9 games for the M's, who fall to 7 games below 500 with a 25-32 record. Seattle is just now 2 games up on bottom dweller Oakland in the AL West. It's a travel day for the ball club that is headed to Cleveland for a 3-game series with the Indians. The MLB draft gets underway tonight and ends Wednesday. The Mariners have the 60th overall pick and look to add a big arm to the pitching staff. The team gave up its first-round selection when the M's acquired Nelson Cruz. It's tough to predict what direction they'll go in the second round. In 2010, when they didn't pick until 43rd, they opted for an inexperienced athletic high school pitcher with a lot of upside. You might have heard of him, Taijuan Walker. I'm sure Seattle would love to land a similar high upside selection this year. Hunter Hansen went 3 for 6 and drove in 2 runs to lead the Apple Sox past the Spokane Expos 15-5 on Sunday. Spokane's Johnny Krupla drove home the game's first run. Wenatchee sent 8 Apple Sox to the plate in the home half of the first to go up 3-1. The team exploded for 4 in the fourth on the strength of a 2-run double by Evan Douglas and never looked back. Kyle Blankenship got the start and the win, going 5 solid innings on the bump. Tyler Bunch, a local Wenatchee kid, tossed 3 innings of relief, giving up 1 lone run to the Expos. Brian Gatsby struck out the side in the top of the 9th to cap off the Apple Sox non-league schedule with a 3-1 record. Wenatchee opens league play tomorrow night in Walla Walla. Gage Berland gets the nod for the Apple Sox. First pitch is slated for 7:05. Well, check out this eagle from Jordan Spieth at the Memorial Murfield Village Sunday. It was CBS Sports Play of the Day.
Needed to land it just on. Speaking of landing it just on here at 15.
Spieth with an eagle attempt. Oh, wow. And don't rule him out. Well, Nick, you said he had done it once before today. Why not twice? And just like that, within 2 of the lead.
Well, this is a shot you have to learn to play out on tour. The 1-yard chip. There we go.
How good is that?
And I can tell you the only way he was going to stop.
The 21-year-old shot 65 Sunday, which landed him in a tie for 3rd at 13 under. The newly crowned Masters champion looks to be in fine form for the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay next weekend. We'll be back right after this break.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the annual Soap Lake Powwow, a 3-day celebration of Northwest Native American culture. Reporter Devin Higgins was there and has the story.
Smokean Park was alive with dancing and the sounds of Native American song as the third annual Soap Lake Powwow returned this past weekend. Despite temperatures in the high 90s, tribes from across the Pacific Northwest gathered for the three-day celebration of their cultures and heritage. Along with events at the park, the tribes put on a free community dinner at Soap Lake Elementary School. Powwow organizer and Yakima Nation member Farron So Happy said tribes came to the lake for powwows through the mid-1970s, and bringing it back is good for both them and the community.
I think it's a big win for everyone that this powwow has come back to this area. As I mentioned, there was not one here for like 40-some years. You know, they had little performances here and there, and they tried their best to reach out, you know, to the surrounding tribes. But to me, it makes me feel good that this event has come back to the Soap Lake area. As I was told by many elders from our home, this is the territory of the Moses Columbia Band of the Caldwell tribe, and there's 12 bands to the Caldwell tribe. We do get a lot of different tribes that attend, so you know, we all share our different cultures, our different ways of lifestyle, our different teachings, not only to the Pacific Northwest, but a lot of places. A good example is there's a couple here that came all the way down from British Columbia to come and, you know, enjoy the celebration with us. Makes me feel good that there's people that have come a long ways to come and be with this community. This community has really helped with this event, you know, just watching it grow. It's always been an honor and a privilege to come and work with everybody down here. You know, it makes it so much enjoyable. I look forward to this powwow every year.
One of the highlights of this year's powwow was younger Native Americans taking part in a competition of classic tribal dances. So Happy said with elders advancing in years, passing down tribal knowledge and history to the next generation is more important now than ever.
I think it's very important that our youth continue on with the traditions, not only the dancing, but the other different aspects of our traditions. There's different denominations. You have the Longhouse, you have the Shaker religion. There's a lot of different religions to different tribes. But to the youth, you know, if it's not carried on, you know, we're going to lose it. Our language, you know, if, you know, we're not teaching the younger generation, you know, eventually we're going to lose our language. With powwows, it's different, you know, they go on all the time, not only in the Pacific Northwest, but everywhere. But the other cultural aspects of it, such as language, is very important. Because, you know, it's just like, you know, any other person, if you don't know how to speak your language, you know, and somebody comes and talks to you, you don't understand them, you know. They might wonder why, you know, why you weren't taught at such a young age, but, you know, we can only do so much.
In Soap Lake, Devin Higgins for iFiber One News.
We will be right back after this.
Have you been to iFiber1.com? The most up-to-date news in the Columbia Basin is just one click away. With news, sports, and weather, you can stay in the know with what's going on in your community. Read your news on the go by visiting iFiber1.com on your tablet or even your phone. Follow us on Facebook for quick updates and discuss the news with others in our area. Your number one news source in the Columbia Basin is iFiber1.com. Check it out today. What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. It's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com.
Welcome back. Ephrata is receiving a 24.5-acre piece of land from Grant PUD in exchange for a piece of property near the wastewater treatment plant. The City Council approved an agreement to exchange the two pieces of property. The 3.3-acre piece of property near the treatment plant is going to be the site of a new PUD substation to serve Ephrata. City Administrator Wes Kragos said the piece of land the city is receiving is located on the other side of the East Low Canal from Parkway Fields. He said the utility was using the land to meet requirements of a conservation program. The city's property is valued at $6,500, and the utility's property is valued at $6,600. Soap Lake celebrated the completion of its $2 million downtown renovation project on Saturday with a ribbon cutting and street dance. Reporter Devin Higgins has the details.
Soap Lake was in a festive mood on Saturday, and while the heat forced residents to seek shade wherever they could find it, they turned out for the unveiling of the new $2 million Main Avenue.
Is everybody ready to celebrate? Yeah, this is a great day for Soap Lake. We're gathered here today to celebrate a decade's worth of planning and construction and to honor the people and the institutions that are responsible for making this downtown revitalization a reality.
Representative Tom Dent and former Mayor Wayne Hovde were among the dignitaries who turned out to be part of the ribbon-cutting ceremony. From there, it was time to dance in the streets, with Spokane's Salangan dancers bringing some Filipino flair to the occasion before Soap Lake's own took to the new tarmac themselves. The ceremony ended with a parade into the middle of downtown, kicking off day 2 of the Soap Lake Powwow. In Soap Lake, Devin Higgins for iFiber One News.
A longtime Soap Lake resident wants to sell the city's mineral water for commercial use, such as the production of soap. Al Lundberg proposed forming a franchise in partnership with the city to sell Soap Lake's mineral water. Lundberg said he is representing an interested group of 3 people in the cosmetics industry and want to retire in Soap Lake. The council agreed to authorize Mayor Raymond Gravel to draft an agreement and work with Lundberg as the group's exclusive agent. Lundberg said the group is willing to pay the city's legal fees. Gravel invited Lundberg to come back to the council to discuss the proposal. Thanks to Windermere Real Estate in Moses Lake, people were able to drop off sensitive documents for shredding on Saturday. Reporter McKenna Rice has the details.
Windermere Real Estate hosted their second annual shred event in Moses Lake this Saturday. Every year, Windermere closes for a day to participate in the annual community service project as a way to give back to the public. This year, the company gave back by allowing locals to come and shred their important documents. They also participated in Adopt a Highway by picking up garbage along the street. Co-owner Barry Lawson had more to say about Saturday's event.
So the community service event is something that Windermere has been doing for many, many years. Every office and each owner takes part of their own event, so every office does their own part for the community service. We're choosing the last couple of years to do a shred event to help the community get rid of undesirable documents, keep your household a little more secure that way.
I'm McKenna Rice with iFiber One News.
That's going to do it for us here at iFiber One News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll all see you again tomorrow.